She was like this, washing.
Oh my gosh.
In the sink.
So in today's video, we're going to be doing a juicy prison Q&A with my girl Jess. Before we get into today's video though, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody, everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. So today we're going to do a very juicy Q&A with Jess. If you guys do not know Jessica Kent,
I'm Jessica Kent.
There she is. Her channels will be linked down in the description box. She also talks about prison as well as addiction and just everyday life stuff. You guys really got to check her out. Before we get into the video though, I do want you guys to stop and like it.
Like the video.
Like it. It's free. You just hit the little button up there.
It's right there.
Right there.
We'll wait. We'll wait.
Okay, we're going to get into these questions. These are going to be juicy. You ready to be on the spot? Don't be peeking.
Okay. Let's go for it. Give me the hard ones. What
was the craziest intimacy thing you saw while in prison?
Oh God, really? Holy crap. Yeah, I saw lesbian relationships all the time. It was really common. You just looked away, you know, it wasn't something that people were like, oh my God, like it wasn't unusual, you know, so we would see stuff all the time.
So what's the craziest then?
I guess the craziest would be stuff that was out in the open, you know, so I've seen girls getting down in the line for chow, you know, like sneaking, you know, sneaking around.
Hand action.
Yeah, in the chow hall line, like girl, you can't even wash your hands right now, we're going in to eat. Can you not?
Gosh.
So yeah, no judgment. Half of my friends are gay. It's not about that. It's about we're in the line for chow. Stop it. So there would be, you know, public things on the rec yard, things would be happening, but we kind of just were like, oh, really, right now? I'll just stand here and not make it look awkward.
Okay, was there a lot of people in there for work?
No.
Really?
Not, like I would see people in the county jail come through for that charge, but that was a misdemeanor if I remember correctly, so I didn't see a lot of people in prison for that. I did see people come through the county jail with that charge.
Yeah, we did though. If you're habitual and you continue to get those charges, then you end up getting sent there. And then I think it is after 5, it becomes a felony. Is that the way it is here?
I don't know. I've never been to prison in Chicago. I can't remember in New York. A lot of times they would be in prison for other things like a drug crime, or maybe they're involved in something else on top of that charge.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever had a female become obsessed with you in prison?
Yes.
Have we not all?
Yes. There would be sometimes where they will flirt with you or they will just like you, but there are a few instances where that kind of becomes a problem.
Yeah.
They're not respecting your space, they're not respecting you, they're not respecting your sexuality. You know, I'm homosexual.
Tell the truth. Don't let it out, girl.
Please edit that out. I'm heterosexual, and as much as I respect you if you're homosexual, I would really appreciate it if you respect my sexuality, especially in prison. So there would be times where they just would not respect that, or they would believe you can turn any girl.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a challenge.
I get it, you all like the chase, but I am heterosexual. So there would be moments where at first maybe I'll let it slide, I'll let your little comments go, but if you become aggressive, then we're gonna have a problem. So.
And I think that that's a misconception too, is a lot of the times people think only men are aggressive. Women can be very aggressive, and not just in prison, in everyday life too. Like when I used to be really big into the club scene back before prison, like I've had some women run up on me and try to push me up against a wall. Like, I mean, you know, it's not just men. Women can be really aggressive too.
When that happens, I'm like, that has happened to me before. It happened to me in a county jail, and I thought we were fighting. You know what I mean? Like, she went to to push me against the wall to try to kiss me, and I'm like, I'm already like, my, you know, because that's what I think is happening. And like, I have PTSD, and if you run up on me, even if it's a subscriber, you can't scream my name in a mall, Rachel. But just gently say, what's up? You know, running up on me triggers me. So don't do that to me.
Trigger.
I might punch you accidentally.
Have you ever fought anyone in prison?
Oh yeah. Yep. The last fight that I was in, I beat up a sex offender, and that was just a really crazy violent brawl where the cops came in, and I've told this story so many times. I hit the cop in the chest plate because no one said 5-0. When they came running in, someone grabbed me, cop, and I went like that. It was like simultaneously. When I went like that, I went, because I realized what I just had done. She took a step back and she pepper sprayed me. So that was so painful. For 3 days my eyes burned. You're coughing up a lung because it hurt so bad.
Did you ever see any women messing with officers?
Yes, unfortunately I did. And it starts out real small. You know, I saw it a lot in the county jail, and I saw a sprinkling of it in prison. But in county jail, everyone's wilding out because more often than not, our time is not affected in a county jail unless you do some heinous crap, right? So, and that was the same for me. I knew I could get kites to the guys, or I could maybe get that guard to pass that to them, or vice versa. You see a lot of it in county jail. In prison, you got to be a little more careful, and I would see the look. Y'all know the look. You can spot that a mile away. And that's how it would start. And before you know it, you know, you see an officer and an inmate walk off somewhere and they don't come back for a while. It absolutely happens. Unfortunately, I was in a prison where the chaplain was actually found guilty about a year after I left that prison of raping at least 5 inmates. He only served 5 years, and he raped them for years. And he would only pick at lifers because they couldn't get out and tell on him. Well, one just happened to get out, and as soon as she got out, she let everyone know. You know, that one in particular, she was getting deported to Mexico. So once she was in her own country, she told everything, and that chaplain was removed, and he was sent to prison for 5 years.
Wow.
He got the same sentence I got for drugs. I served 50% of my time. In Arkansas, that's what you do. But I got a 5-year sentence, and he also got a 5-year sentence.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you think you might have gotten into some sort of relationship with a woman if you had a longer sentence?
No.
What if you had life?
Yeah, I just know. Only because that environment to me is so negative. I really just cannot see myself having a relationship with a woman because I am very strictly heterosexual. Even if it was life, I was not interested in sex when I was in prison. The only thing that I think I would have done if I did have life is I would have gotten ink in prison. All of this came from the street because I was very untrusting of people to do that in prison. You make prison tattoos with ash and stuff, so I would be sleeved out if I had life. But as far as a sexual relationship, no, I just cannot see myself doing that.
Face tattoos and all?
Probably not face tattoos. I got a okay cute face. I'm trying to save a little bit of my cuteness.
Is there anything you miss about prison?
No. No. You know, I had to use that time wisely as a time of self-reflection and a time to better myself. But prison is hard. Those days are long, and that time is hard. And, you know, there's nothing good about prison. I don't miss anything. Not a single thing.
Worst person you met in prison and why?
Am I answering all these questions?
Yes.
Ugh. I'm gonna start sweating. Worst person I met in prison. And why? The girl that I beat up in the bathroom, she was a sex offender, but I had read her paperwork. She asked me for help with her paperwork. You guys, she hurt her child in ways I have still to this day never even repeated to Reese. There's no way I can even say it. Couldn't say it on camera. I couldn't even say it to my boyfriend. Just violent abuse. And I would see women. There was one in the county jail, and we eventually were in prison together. She hurt her son so bad he almost died. His fingers were broken. He was just so hurt, and that's the kind of monster that you see in prison. You know, those were the worst people in my book.
Yeah, for sure. Do you still get judged by your past in your everyday life?
I get asked that a lot. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. There's a lot of people that don't look like me. So I get some eyes, you know, mostly because of my tattoos. But as far as people knowing my story and judging me negatively, no. People are usually so kind and understanding of my story, and they're usually like, whoa, what? Girl, tell me more, you know? They're intrigued and they want to hear my story, and they're usually genuinely impressed. I never get hate or negativity in my life when it comes to my past. They're like,
awesome.
damn, girl, you did that.
That's
you know?
awesome. Did you ever consider hooking up with an officer?
Ugh, no. There were no cute officers.
Oh, bummer.
Not
We have some
one.
hot ones.
Did you? In Florida?
Yeah.
I want proof of that.
Well, they looked hot to me, I guess, at that time.
That's what it is, because you're away from men for so long. No, we had a lot of like really country, and there's nothing wrong with country. There's some really hot country guys.
Yeah.
Like country guys. I couldn't even understand what they were saying in Arkansas, you know, let alone to get close to someone to have a relationship with them. I remember trying to get mail. One of the officers was like, can't. And that's not me, bro. I don't know what you just said.
Can't.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. And finally they were like, are you can't? Like up to my face. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I got your mail. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying, man. I'm sorry. So just the dialect in Arkansas, that took a long time for me to understand. In New York, I was always a short timer, you know? I just wasn't interested.
It's like a whole nother language.
Yeah.
Did you have to use open showers?
So every facility is different. I have been to different facilities. They transfer you around a lot, and I've been in trouble a lot. So I have been in open showers where there is like 4 or 5 on one side, 4 or 5 on the other. And I've also been in closed showers. So yes. I've been in both. Awkward. Everyone's just trying to shower and get out. It's not like crazy.
Not like you see on television.
No one's looking at you.
Well,
sometimes
they are.
Sometimes, but we just want to like wash our bits and get out.
What is the weirdest and the most disgusting thing you've seen in prison?
Oh, there's so many gross things, you guys. There's so many gross things. I think the weirdest and most disgusting, I can wrap that into one event that happened. I saw a girl in a sink I had just brushed my teeth in an open dorm. If you're in a closed cell, you brush your teeth in the sink and spit in the toilet. If you're in an open dorm, the sinks are separate from the toilet. Fun fact for you. And I just had brushed my teeth in the sink. A girl was like, I'm gonna have to stand up to show y'all. She was like this, washing.
Oh my gosh.
In the sink, and we don't have bleach or anything. And I was like, I looked over, it was like this, like,
why?
Why? And we could have showered, I think 2 hours after she did that. Like the showers were gonna be unlocked, and
oh my gosh, dripping everywhere, honey. Bless it, Jesus.
Yeah, if that's not motivation to break the law, nothing is.
Did you have to wear shower shoes, or did you wear shower shoes?
Every jail, every prison, you always want to wear shower shoes because ew.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea. You can't properly clean those showers.
You don't understand the luxury that we have out here to be able to go and stand in the shower without shoes on. Because I remember for me, it was so weird to get in a shower without shoes on afterwards, because I'd spent years with showering with actual shoes on. And you have to take your feet out of the shoes to wash the bottom of your feet, right?
Stuff can get up in there.
Oh.
It's true. Adjusting to society after prison is a challenge in itself.
Yeah, the whole thing. But it's the little things that you don't think about like that.
People are nasty.
Did you ever use made tampons? Like, did you make the tampons and use them?
Yes. So a lot of facilities just don't give you tampons, and they only give you pads. And county jails don't like to give out women's underwear. And you can't buy the underwear on commissary. But men can buy boxers. Explain that to me.
Yeah.
So you would have no choice but to take a pad and make it a tampon. So yeah. You could buy some on commissary in prison in Arkansas. I do want to say here, in New York, it's not even an issue. You have underwear, you have tampons, you have pads. No one is that concerned about it. It's very different in the South.
Yeah.
It's very male dominated, and it's very, like, there's more men in prison everywhere. But in the South, there's this idealistic, there's this ideology in the South that women should not be in prison. And I feel like women just don't get the right treatment. Not that anyone gets good treatment in prison, but women have different needs. Our bodies do different things, and that is just brushed under the rug, and women are ignored. Women are left alone to bleed in jail cells by themselves. It happens so much, you guys. I know that sounds so crazy because it's not something that you would think about in your everyday life, but it happens.
How did you spend your free time in prison?
Trying to get away from everybody. Hiding. No, reading books or writing. I am working on an autobiography, but I did start that in prison. or I'd be cooking. I like to cook up spreads, and I swear, if you eat one of my prison spreads, you will like it. You really will.
Sounds like a challenge.
So yeah, you try to occupy your time any way that you can. So books, writing, and cooking is how I did it.
All right, friends, this is the last question. What is the worst thing that you did to someone in prison? Tell the truth.
I was just an angel the whole time. You know, I disrespected a lifer, and I disrespected her in her house. She was my cellmate, and I just wasn't respecting her rules. And that the rules consisted of not having people like come to this door, not having people in and out, taking your shoes off before you walk in. Lifers have a very specific way of doing things.
They do.
But I hadn't quite made that change yet, and you're not going to tell me what to do. And I knew when I walked in that cell, I knew she was a lifer instantly, and I knew we were going to butt heads, and I disrespected her. And we eventually became close. I wouldn't say friends, because she was very guarded and very closed off, much like myself. But she gave me a moment where she just was very real with me, and she told me her story, and she said, "Little girl, you don't know how close you are to spending the rest of your life in here with me."
Ooh, baby, she wasn't playing with you.
I loved her. At the end, I respected her so much, and I was so grateful that she had offered, you know, those little gems that I've carried with me, you know, the rest of the time I've been out of prison. She really didn't want to see me come back, and she never will.
Aw, I love that. So, all right, friends, I hope that you guys liked this video interviewing Jess with some juicy prison questions. You guys, do not forget to go over to her channel and subscribe if you already haven't. Let her know you came from Baby Gang. Other than that, my loves, thank you, Jess, so much for being here.
I love you.
Oh, I got a real hug.
You got a real
hug.
Yay! Put me on the spot and get a hug, girl.
As always, please do not forget to like this video.
It's a free way that you can help your girl out.
And until next time, we love you guys so very much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.